Of course, there were those shock factors that played a factor before in seeing Senza Esports titular victory versus Elevate. But now that is all gone, everyone knows what this team is capable of, and now it's up to teams like Luminosity to try and take them down. Game 1 underway, and the first goal, hold on a minute, might just sneak in for the European roster. Senza will take this first goal. Sphinx is dunked on that 50-50, no one there right behind. And well, 15 seconds, just shy of it. We do see the lead go against Luminosity.
Yeah, not an ideal touch. Just kind of weird timing there with that interaction, and that one will roll all the way in for Hello, but we saw them go down off of a couple kickoff goals too in the previous matchup against Yokohama, excuse me. And this will only there's with the beauty about that goal being scored so soon is that there's plenty of time to get it back if you are Luminosity. And I haven't, this is the first time I've been on Team Stream where I'm like, I have zero concern for the team's capability at all. There's no anxiousness in my body right now. I'm just like, oh yeah, we'll certainly get one, potentially two, maybe even three, and the team can beat you from legitimately anywhere on the pitch in whatever fashion they would like. So, in my mind, it's only a matter of time here, Pegasus.
Yeah, absolutely. Luminosity have proven to the world that they can turn around a tough situation. I will just say, though, this is definitely a big tonal shift compared to what we saw in Series 2. You can feel the pace increase from the opponents. A slight double commit coming out there, but still a lone Sphinx required to clear this one out. Sozia brings it towards that left wall. Well defended here on the backboard by the center defender, but now Sosa stays close. A beautiful 50-50 there from him. Like a neutron star. Perfectly dense as he comes across this 50. No real chance to stop him, and well, Hello looked like he was going to be able to knock that one wide. It was too awkward of an angle for him. And that equalizer, which my good friend alongside me said was going to be a long time coming, finally arrived for Luminosity.
You know, I did not, astronomy reference was not on my bingo card for our call this morning, but I do appreciate it. My major in school is aerospace engineering, so it's nice to have a little reminder of what my field of study is. Luminosity will find that equalizer, and they're looking for the go-ahead as well. Hungry along the sidewall. Sosa got a piece of it. Hello, bullying his way through, but look at this infield pass over to Sphinx.
Oh.
Sphinx himself. Sosa comes in to help out. Oh, the third man commits, though, in Catalysm. That one is hard off the post and back out. Sphinx in the corner, and while Luminosity don't find the back of the net for now, they are still hunting. They are still swarming the orange net for Senza. Sphinx touch up to himself. He has Catalysm lying in the way. Just off that bump, and that's going to be a free shot for Sosa. Diving save by Parapelka.
And I loved that pounce there coming from Sphinx to go for that bump. As soon as he got that first touch of the position, he was happy with. Sosa will take this one off the ceiling. Catalysm is lurking. The demo will come in, but there was a second player there ready to make that save. Sphinx remains up front. Catalysm right behind. Slight tap. Does go back. Perfect little tight back pass. Rule 1's being shown on the pitch. Broken early there by the center esports defender, but it's unrequired. Sosa goes alone. Flip reset. Top left corner. Beautiful and easy as you like for the NA superstar.
He's so good.
He's so good.
So good.
Oh, it's just beautiful to watch, isn't it?
I genuinely, it is a joy. Rarely, I mean, there are times when I'm casting where I have a smile on my face. It's a good time. Watching this Luminosity roster work it's art in motion. They are fluid. I don't have to think about anything. I just watch a play unfold in front of me, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? That was a masterpiece. That was gorgeous. I have no words. Sosa leaving me speechless off of that mechanical play, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier. There is no fear at all for me right now. Luminosity finding that goal to put them up by 1, and ever since that opening goal from Senza, it really just looks like a fluke. They haven't had a couple decent scoring chances since, and this one, it's just gonna fly in. It's a sniper goal from our own corner. Catalysm. Oh, he did get a piece of this, actually.
Yeah, it's a beautiful little redirect there. Doesn't even bounce. Absolutely no worries whatsoever. Freestyler rules. That one counts. And, well, it is, of course, a rendition of the beautiful game. And Luminosity certainly showing that beauty in this opening game. You can tell that Senza Esports definitely the toughest side of the day. But they had that quick opening goal. You can feel that they are able to pile on some pressure. But Luminosity simply on another level, as Sphinx will just go alone from mid-right. 1, 2, 3. All 3 players beaten. And all it took was one, I believe, 16-year-old.
Yeah, this is... There's genuinely not enough praise I can give this roster. The talent, the skill from all of them, it's like you brought this. It's an Avengers level team that Luminosity has. Some of the best quality talent from each region. If Rocket League had like teams of 7, Luminosity would consist of like a top 10 player from every single region featured in the RLCS. Ooh. Luminosity doing their best impression here. With Catalysm, Sphinx, and Sosa putting together an absolute dream team, and they're not falling short of that title. This roster is something special. 4-1. We've seen brilliant goals from Sosa. We saw that last goal from Sphinx, and Game 1 officially in the books. 4-1 for Luminosity, and despite Senza being 2-0 in Swiss stage, them being theoretically our worst possible matchup, this looks like we haven't dropped a step from our first and second series today.
Absolutely, and we mentioned it beforehand, before this game started, that we were going for that prediction for the sweep, and with the way they've played so far, there's full potential that that can be the case. If I really wanted to look into the nitty-gritty of that first game, it was clear that in the opening, of course, Senza were able to get themselves a goal. As it progressed, you could tell that it was, I feel like, a relatively neutral game, even heading into the middle game of that opening game of this series. But then as time went on, you could just feel the needle go ever so closer towards Luminosity, and by the end of it, it was dominant. Senza really couldn't find any time in Luminosity's half, and it was looking, you know, a bit closer to what we saw in this series beforehand. I'm not going to say it was there all the way, of course, because Senza still, when they do actually manage to get themselves possession, and they do get some time in the final third, even though it's brief, you can still feel that sense of danger. You can still feel the potential that they might just be able to sneak one over. On the counter, this Senza team are still so dangerous, but it's hard to play a counter-attacking game when you can never get the ball. And Sosa, 6 seconds in, will get the opening goal, this time finding the Blues.
They're so much faster and so much more efficient with their touches, not just to themselves, but to each other. We're swapping roles with Senza here. Early kickoff for us, although bold prediction from me here. I don't think it's going to lead to 4 unanswered for Senza and them taking game number 2. This one will get close to the net, but it won't register a shot on target as Sphinx looks to take over, and Catalysm carries that along. It's a thing of beauty. That shot is on, and hello. A backwards flip possession touch from Sosa, and this just goes retreating into their own half and coming out of your own backboard simply to maintain a blue trail behind this ball. There's levels, there's depth to the team, to this strategy. Infield pass, Sosa gonna bury it. Oh my lord, Pegasus. I'm jubilant right now. I don't know if I've ever used that word in my life. Watching this roster fills me with so much joy and happiness that I can't describe in any other way.
I think it's a perfect day to see that word debuted in your vocabulary, I guess you could say here, Contact. But, you know, Luminosity are a team that can bring that if you're supporting them. I'm sure that other broadcasts may have a look at this stream in retrospect and feel that sense of worry, especially if they end up in your GSL group. Catalysm throwing that shot across. Sozia does get that save, and Parapelka will send it long. And I feel like we really need to drill it home for anyone watching and anyone who isn't familiar with, I mean, these fresh new names on the side of Center Esports. This is not a slouch team in APAC. This is a team that I believe auto-qualified themselves for qualifying into top 8 in Open number 1. This was a team that took down Elevate. This is a team that can definitely cause struggles here for most APAC rosters. But Luminosity are just simply at a different level right now. They've been cooking up since that first Open where they reigned themselves as champions, but with the kind of mentalities that these players have on these teams, do you know what I bet they were thinking here, Conte? Do you know what I think has been playing through their heads during that time? It's that it wasn't clean. They had losses to Elevate, and I think this is going to be the Open where they're going to be looking to iron themselves out and potentially go for a perfect Open. Is it possible? Well, myself and Konzek will be with you on the train to see if that can be the case. Elevate, Melekheim, we are coming for you.
I don't even know if is it possible is a question. This team, how they're playing right now, there is a very little hesitation in my head that it is. The level of play that they're introducing to the pitch, without a shadow of a doubt, I think we're headed for a 9-0 Sunday Swiss stage here. Sosa looking to chip that to himself and will finally get removed. Maybe that's something that Senza looks to add into their arsenal here, is just the physicality, the demos. They've been able to beat you every single way, but if they're removed from the pitch, they don't have an opportunity to touch the ball. Catalysm has Sosa pre-jumping. He's looking to remove the defender. Leave it for oh my! It's textbook. It is so creative. It is phenomenal, the chemistry between those two, and that is Luminosity 3-0 in game number 2. Just having fun more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh, hold on a minute. We did see a backflip there from Catalysm, but Senza still couldn't find the target, and still Catalysm was able to get himself a few touches. He somehow brought this ball into the opposing half. It doesn't last long. Parapelka will bring this one back across. They are still looking for their first goal. Luminosity, I believe, still looking for their first clean sheet of the day. Well, at least on broadcast. Unfortunately, we were not able to see round 1. Hello is on the ball here. Demos come out onto Sphinx. Sosa is that last man back. Hold on a minute. Catalysm out of nowhere flies into the play to get himself that save. Luminosity keep their sheets clean, and Center Esport still having to try and fight back against the champions.
It's gonna be a diving save by Sosa. War falling off the backboard. The follow-up hits the post, and Luminosity may be in trouble for the first time. That's a great clear to buy some time and space to regroup, enable them to find that boost and get ready for a second onslaught. 2 double commit, but Sphinx is able to keep up with that ball and find a clear that goes even further. We're going further beyond at this point here. Defensively, Sosa chip forward. Sim and Sphinx not on the same page for seemingly the first time all day today. Luminosity, they have been in trouble for the last 30 to 45 seconds, but it's going to end instantly. Look at the shot here by Sphinx, and Sosa bullying the way through to forcibly remove the final defender regardless of the outcome.
Oh, I'm looking away. I'm looking away. That is absolutely disgusting. The fact we had to watch a replay of that as well, I've got to apologize for everyone at home. These people love Sosa, and he is an absolute killer here on the pitch today. Sozia looking to keep this ball high. Parapelka looking for that goal just to try and get them something out of this second game, but Catalysm sent it along. Sphinx, Sosa coming off the ceiling, doesn't quite make the connection, but still, that Rule 0, Rule 1, whatever you want to call it, prementioned, is put into full fruition. But Luminosity decide they have had enough. Ball slam down, and Luminosity will take game 2. 8-0, can they make it a perfect 9?
I'm sure they can. There is no doubt in my mind that they can. That every game has at least a 3-goal differential. And since it's supposed to be the best team we're playing here, Pegasus.
Oh my goodness.
I want to see the total goals. I usually keep track of each individual game, just score lines, so I have some sort of knowledge. I didn't do it today with the confidence I had in the team. I wish I did, because the goal differential when we come out of these 9 games might be something close to like plus 36. This is...
I'd love to see
this is a beautiful sequence that we're seeing from this roster. There is no threat at all. They're confident. They are poised. They look pristine. Like a perfect gem. Like the model Rocket League team you would present if aliens came down to humans and said, hey, show us your best team in this video game. You guys don't know this, but we actually play Rocket League on our home planet, and we want to take on your best. We're sending Luminosity. That's the roster we're giving to them for the fate of humanity.
Absolutely, and to think as well, when I was looking at this group a little bit ahead of time, anticipating who we would potentially be facing here at the 3-0 stage, I thought that, you know, Senza or maybe Dekubop Dumnem would be the potential toughest opponents in this group, and Senza Esports certainly being in that top 3 for me. It is crazy to see them just dismantled in these first 2 games. That being said, Parapelka going for the cheeky play there. It doesn't quite land. Catalysm isn't able to pounce on that play initially. It's all up to Sosa here on the left wall, able to recover himself to even get the third on the 50-50. Inside, Catalysm awaits yet again. You're seeing the chemistry from these players on the ball, off the ball. Demos coming out constantly. Sphinx, 1 reset, 2, bump maybe as well, just to finish it off. And he is throwing absolutely everything he has in his toolkit at them, just because he knows he can. Hello puts it high, and Luminosity already showing off that early pressure.
When you're playing at this level, when you're feeling as confident as you are, when it's loose, right? You don't have to think about what you're doing. This is second nature. There is no concern about strategy or threats or what have you. This is when you start getting creative and just saying, hey, I'm going to try this. Let's see if this works. And you're going to discover that you can do something in a live competitive RLCS game that you've never done before. And then all of a sudden, this team is reaching higher heights than they ever have before. You can tell in the time that we've had between Open 1 and Open 2, this team has been in the lab. They've been practicing. They've been cooking up something fierce. And man, Pegasus, does it taste delicious. I want nothing but more of what Luminosity has to offer. Sosa forcing a brilliant save out of Hello to keep our game number 3 scoreless for the time being.
It's wicked. I feel like I'm getting filled with Turkish delight with what Luminosity have showed us so far, and I'm constantly hungry for more. Senza Esports looking to try and open up the score, and it is still goalless as we do approach the halfway mark of this 3rd game. Luminosity definitely having the majority of the pressure, but like I said before, Senza Esports can be dangerous on the counter. They have caused issues on the counter. The difference has been that Luminosity have just been able to hold it out, and you know, they've usually had those goal buffers as well to fall back on. They don't have that yet here in this 3rd game. That's still something they're going to be looking for. Sphinx, oh my goodness, was sending that ball towards his own net, was able to catch himself on that backcourt to essentially save his own shot and bring it across, and all of a sudden we are in that final 3rd yet again. Catalysm unable to land on this one. Hello will try and send it back towards Sosa. Catalysm already up to try and get that redirect on. Boost steals all over the place. Sensor looking low in resources now. Parapelka completely exiting the play, and Hello is pounced on. Luminosity really starting to pile on that pressure now as time continues. It's not as high scoring as we've seen before, but still the possession is all there.
And this is the first time since we've been on stream that, hey, there's an actual game We're at just under 90 seconds on the clock, and we're scoreless. Senza making Luminosity actually work for it for the first time all day, and they're on the quest for the perfect sweep in the Swiss stage. 1 goal in 60 seconds is what is separating that from their destiny. Sosa looking to be the difference maker. It can be any one of these players, however. They all can score from anywhere on the pitch. Sphinx going to let this sink back to Sosa. Sosa looking to take a 50. That one will bounce straight down. Catalysm towards the ceiling. Doesn't have any help, but does force out a save from Hello. They'll get credit for a savior medal, which just goes to show you the type of pressure Luminosity's been putting on. Sphinx, flip reset, force it forward. Sosa gonna get a shot on, forcing another save out of Sozia. Sphinx, there it is! There is the shot from the top rung of the ladder, and it's an RKO out of nowhere. It's a brilliant angle. It's a well-placed shot just under the crossbar, and Luminosity. Yeah, it's just a formality at this point. I feel Pigasus. 32 seconds until we can write this one off.
Took the words right out of my mouth here. Still, they have been given an immediate challenge there in defense. Parapelka being able to land back on that ball after that back wall was hit. Slight double commit there happening at the front post. 15 seconds now to hold on here from Luminosity. Catalysm starts on his own back wall. Is pounced on here by Sozia. They're going to throw the kitchen sink, the oven, the fridge, absolutely everything in these final seconds. But Luminosity will give it straight back. Can they make it to Sphinx? Secures the sweep.
It's insult to injury at this point for Senza. Luminosity just showing, hey, yeah, we're not as high scoring this one as we were previously, but here's one for the road. You can chew on that, Senza, between now and your next series. That ball will hit the turf following the kickoff. And SirPigasus, it is a 9-0 day for Luminosity Gaming. They are in peak form right now, firing on every single cylinder possible. They're a perfect gem. They are absolutely gonna run away with the second open. And you know what? We got a couple W's here in the booth, because that's all we're doing today. I'm gonna
come on,
feel up, baby. 9-0 for Luminosity.
You will not see these fingers broken apart for the rest of the open. I'm going to call it now. This is going to be the one. This is going to be the perfect open. This is going to be the one for the history books. The beast from the east, put with the best from the west, put together to create Luminosity, looking to dominate another open here in APAC. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a rather quick stream. It would have been even if we were broadcasting round one, of course.
Yeah.
9-0 sweep. It doesn't get much better than that. Sosa, Catalysm, Sphinx doing what they do best, and that is dominating this region. We do look over at Group B. We see the likes of... I don't think I can bring it out. The other team we face in that grand finals. And look, we're going to take them on again, and we are going to take them down. No second chances, no second lives this time. Straight up wins. And I'm excited to see how the rest of this open will unfold. And Quanzek, it's been an absolute pleasure to share this stream with you today. The first Luminosity Gaming team stream of RLCS 2025. And it was an absolute banger. What a way to introduce, well, Luminosity Gaming to the rest of the world here yet again.
This roster deserves all of the media coverage, all of the praise. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I did. It was a joy to get the opportunity to cover them with my little old words over here. I get to yap over Rocket League way too often than I deserve. But hey, Luminosity, thank you very much to the players in Sosa, Sphinx, and Catalysm. You guys are something special. And the way you're playing... Elevate don't. Elevate.
They don't.
Who
don't.
Who have we been talking about here? Elevate only 2-1 over 3 rats. Come on now.
Ooh, what is that about? Oh my goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute day it has been. Of course, the best team in the Asia Pacific region. If you check Twitch chat right now, !team, you can follow Luminosity, you can follow the players as well on Twitter. Please go over and show them some support. I put also !casters in chat where you can support the likes of myself and my wonderful co-caster Quantec. I'm putting !producer in chat so you can also follow the Goat Hazard. And finally, the last thing I ask, of course, is this is going to be your home for Luminosity Gaming in Open number 2. Please, 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 if you can, follow the stream notifications on if you want to stay up to date with the champions. This has been myself, SirPigasus, alongside Quanzek and Hazza for the Luminosity Gaming official team stream. We will see you all next time. Thank you for watching.